Welcome back, everybody, to Pushing the Pace podcast with myself, Elias, and my good co-host, Samuel. We are back again. First podcast of the regular season. I am very excited. NBA is finally back. It's been about a week since it's been back, and it's been very crazy and hectic, and we've had amazing games, a bunch of overtime games. We've had a bunch of 50-point games. We've had scandals outside of the NBA already that I don't even know if we'll talk about because it's like we got the FBI involved. Like, it's been very crazy first week of the NBA, but we are back.
Feds.
We are here. We got federal involvement in the NBA. Terry Rozier. We got a coach basically fired after one game, which may be a record technically because I don't.
Wait, is he fired?
Not getting his job back. Well, he's not coaching anymore, you know. Like, they already got an interim coach, you know. So I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think he's coming back. That's true.
I don't think he's coming back.
It's not said yet, but it's yeah. I don't think.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Blazers bring him back. I mean, even if he's found not guilty of everything, it might just be like
he might not. He might not get he getting an NBA job again for him might just be. This might be it.
Yeah. Any sort of gambling and any type of thing like that, just the NBA probably doesn't want him back, to be honest, with all this bad publicity. But we are here, first episode. How are you feeling, Sam, about all of the NBA stuff, all the teams and everything?
I am feeling incredible. The season, it's exactly a week. For a week, we've had a lot go on.
Yeah.
For a week.
Yeah.
It's been incredible to just have basketball back, have your podcast that you listen to back, people conversing about the NBA, great players playing. It's been a lot going on, like that you almost can't even keep up because the range of what is going on is like typically like you have stuff going on and it's like certain amount of teams, but it feels like even your Bulls, even your what do you call his name, your Memphis, who are probably injury prone. I don't know. You have players down there that you're talking about. Your Hornets, you have the whole LaMelo thing, but you have the rookies doing so well immediately. They've come into the NBA, and so it's like you're. It's almost like very because typically you wouldn't care about certain games. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying I'm not turning on my 6 p.m. When I'm at work. I'm not turning on 6 p.m. to watch Cavs versus whatever team. I'm like, I don't have
Hornets or Wizards or Bulls or anything like that.
Well, you realize when you miss those games, something comes up from that game. Look at the guy that destroyed the Mavs. What's his name? The 6'11" guy on the Wizards.
Was it the Wizards? Keyshawn
George. Like,
I've been very impressed with him. I didn't realize he was that tall. I'm not gonna lie. I was not following the Wizards enough to realize how tall he was.
I wasn't following the Wizards. I just knew about AJ. I knew about Trey. Is it Trey Johnson? I knew about Trey Johnson. I
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I knew about Trey Johnson. Let me see. So this Keyshawn George. He had 20 points today. 20 points, 8 out of 17, 4 out of 7 and 3. Alex Sarr had 31.
Alex Sarr, I was watching that game right before now. I was impressed with the Wizards.
Yeah,
and then the Sixers were able to come back in overtime.
You're having just this range of teams across the 30 teams that it feels like there's something important to speak about all of them. Like, okay, maybe we didn't even care too much about the Jazz, and Lauri Markkanen drops 51 points yesterday. So it's, if you look at all 30 teams right now, it's like there's something to speak about on each one of them, whether for good, whether for bad. Philly, Chicago off 3-0. Miami, is having what's his name on Norman Powell go crazy over there, right? They're 3-1. Cleveland, Lonzo Ball is looking like an incredible fit on their team. The Knicks,
stocks up.
The Knicks, questions about questions. Okay, it looks like if I go around all of them, you're just going to figure out that there's a lot of teams to speak about and talk about.
That is like the best part about the NBA coming back is like, I'm excited to watch any team because especially it feels like every single team is bringing out good performances and good games so far. And like the
Yeah.
Jazz, like I'm not expecting much of them, but to have a first game where you blow out the Clippers, and then yesterday where you have 50 points from Laurie,
Yes.
it's
They blew
like
out the Clippers in their
every
first game.
single, yeah, every single team is having something to talk about. And it's like the excitement, like obviously in maybe a month or two, we're not really going to care about the
Yeah.
bottom 10 worst teams in the league. But right now, everything is exciting. And yeah, we're going to be talking. We each have a couple surprises, either teams or players or
Yes.
whatever, about this very early season because, it's too hard to set anything in stone. We can look at these statistics and these wins and, these undefeated teams, but we can't really predict or anything. Like, we're just going to talk about what's really surprised us, good or bad so far. Um, you already listed a bunch of teams that I may be talking about already, so I
Yes.
hope you don't have all of those.
Yeah.
Um, do you want to go first or shall I?
You go first. You go first.
Okay, I'm going first. Man, I am very impressed with these 76ers, specifically,
Woo.
obviously, Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, bro. Um, the NBA posted that in their first 3 games, they had a combined 186 points, which is the most by any starting backcourt in a team's first 3 games since tracking began. So
Wow.
they've just been going crazy.
I think they're
Like,
averaging 62, 62
I,
points.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Tyrese Maxey leading the league or he's top 2 or whatever with 37 points per game. I mean, obviously the game just ended, so it should change, but he has been on one so far, and I am very impressed as
He's
well
been
with VJ Edgecombe.
incredible.
Yeah, tonight he had 39 and 10 assists.
Damn.
So yeah, whatever his averages is, it's probably more than 37 right now actually. I'm just incredibly impressed because when I thought about the 76er team going into the season, it was like, what's Joel going to be? How is PG going to play? Then you're kind of thinking about Maxey, and because of how poorly last season went when Maxey was the guy out there, he really struggled in a lot of games. I think that past season where he had to be the number one guy really like taught him a lot about being the number one guy. And now that
Mm-hmm.
you have a VJ out there who looks incredibly poised, like he does not look like a rookie at
At
all. He
all.
is extremely confident in his shot. He's athletic as any other
The
player in the
way he
league.
attacks the rim, like the way he flies towards the rim, it's also crazy. Of like Maxi has always been able to scale up. Like I'm not surprised by his scoring totals just because he's been able to scale up. I think one of the difference with this season, my perception, and I've caught Philly games, not fully. I've just caught Philly games here and there and all,
Mm-hmm.
and because they play always early in the day. When
Yeah.
when you're a working man, it's hard to pick those games up early. But one thing about Maxi, I think, is this season. I think there's probably that veil remover of man. Screw it if Embiid comes back. Screw it if Paul George comes. Like we're not going to wait on that. I'm just going to go. And
Yeah.
the next guy
Yeah.
ready to go with him is VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, right out of the gate. I mean, he
Yeah.
had 35 points as a rookie debut, one
Yes.
of the most, I think, and they said the most since Wilt Chamberlain. Is that right? I
Bro,
don't know. Like
it's
historic,
crazy.
like historic. Um, and yeah, I mean, Maxey already had 2 40-point games. He had 39 tonight.
Yes.
Like he has just taken the reins. Like this is I can be the number one guy. I'm the
I
leader
can
on
be
this
the number
team,
one guy. I don't need to
and
wait. And it gives Philly and Daryl Morey and just the ownership group and everything, just like, hey man, we don't no longer need to have this cloud of Joel Embiid.
yeah,
Sorry. We don't have to we no longer have to have this cloud of Joel Embiid like just surrounding us. We die if he's not gonna play. We're alive if he's playing. Or it's up and like let's just
yeah,
focus our let's treat this guy like our franchise guy and just
yeah,
go with him. Like
yeah,
just go with him and see what happens. Because
yeah.
you've wasted too many seasons on this whole Joel Embiid thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised Max is scaling up scoring wise. I'm not surprised. I know he
Yeah.
struggled last season, but in terms of the scoring totals, he's like that. He can get it up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's
Like
one of
his
he's one
three
of the
ball
league's best
is been
chuckers. He's one of the
yeah.
league's best chuckers. From when he came into the league, he can chuck
Yeah.
that ball, and he's
Yeah, but
fast as hell.
he's been hitting this season for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's been hitting his threes like crazy. He's also averaging 41 minutes, so he's playing a lot for the
I love
Sixers. I'm sure he
minutes.
played a lot today going into overtime. But yeah,
And
man,
plus,
like I'm just extremely impressed because this Sixers team has now a get out of jail free card with not only Maxey, but
yes,
obviously VJ looking extremely good in his first game and first few games. And then you got Quentin Grimes, which you got for very cheap. Basically nothing from the Mavs. And you still got Jared McCain, who has yet to play, but he was ascending to be the rookie of the year last year in only 2 weeks. Like you got these four guards, and obviously I don't know how a lineup if all of them will work and whatever, but the fact that you have this future with these athletic,
like,
fast guards, and you don't have to play this
fast.
slow
Yep,
Joel Embiid offense. And now Joel Embiid and Paul George are like the bonuses. This is
yep.
kind of, I
Yeah,
was
icing
thinking
on the
like,
cake.
yeah, this is similar to like the Luka Lakers. Like LeBron is the icing on the cake. Well, actually, he's a pretty big part of the cake that they need to make there. But that was Luka's team. This is Maxey's team now, it feels
Mm-hmm.
like. And Joel Embiid, whatever you can get out of him. Tonight, he had 25 points. Whatever you can get out of him is a bonus. And whatever you can get out of Paul George is a bonus. And like, I think, oh, wow, I think the Blue Jays just hit a grand slam or something. Um, but yeah,
They
whatever
won.
you can get out of Joel Embiid is just a bonus. No, I think they just scored. It was from like 2-1 to 6-1 or something.
Okay.
I got the game over here. But nah, it's crazy how efficient and just the scoring that Maxey has shown so far.
Yes.
And then I still got like Kelly Oubre. Adem Bona today had 5 blocks, including clutch blocks in overtime on CJ. And I think at the end of regulation as well. Like I'm just very. If there's one team, actually, there's another team that I wish I could go back on in terms of over and under. But if there's a team where I could just tell myself a week ago, like, hey, the Sixers, there's a lot of question marks, but Tyrese Maxey is that guy. So
Yeah.
yeah, they're my biggest surprise so far, and then all the rookies as well. I don't have that written down because I feel like I still have to go through a bunch of them, but so
Don't steal my
far,
stuff, bro.
okay.
Don't
I'm
steal my
sorry,
stuff, bro.
You go next.
I'm going to go. So we went good. I'm going to go bad.
All right.
I picked this team as an over 1,000% over, and they're making me look shameless out here. And also, I'm going to propose the question to you in terms of this particular player, because I still don't know where I stand. Like typically when I have a stand on a player, I take that stand and like, yeah, I'm 100% sure. I believe this and all. I still don't know where I stand on. I've always loved this player, but there's more people saying his guy is not that good, and I'm like, like I. And when you start looking at the numbers and people explain the numbers to you, and you're like, damn, are they right and all? Because so I'm like in the stage of like, I don't know where I stand with this, but the Magic are looking terrible, bro. The
Yep.
Magic are going
Yep.
to make me look like a fool. I
Yep.
picked them to be an over 50 plus team this year.
Yep.
I said Desmond Bain is going to help their scoring. Desmond Bain is going to help their 3-point shooting. Do you know how many 3-point shots they had last night? Let me find it again.
I don't
Last
know
night.
actually, but I was
Last
when you
night,
started
let me tell you how many
when you
threes
started talking about right now, I was like, I this better be the Magic. I wanted to put the Magic down, but
last
I
night
was
they
like,
made
I'm
8
hoping you would mention them.
3-pointers. They made
Yeah,
8
man, it's not
3-pointers.
looking good.
No, actually, I
Desmond
think they're
Bain,
last in the. I think they're last in the league in 3-point shooting again. And I think offensively,
I wouldn't be surprised. Desmond Bain has only made 3 threes on the season so far.
on the season so far.
On the
So
season
now
so
this
far.
links to the whole Paolo thing, right?
Yeah.
Bro, ever since Paolo came into the league, even from his drafts, I think that was one of the first. Like, I don't pay too much attention to the draft. Boomy, whatever. I don't pay too much attention to the draft. don't really watch college basketball that much. But Paolo was one of those guys that I saw him doing Ant's draft, during Paolo's draft. I kind of focused on those players, and I was like, man, this dude is gonna be like incredible. And I love his size, I love the game. But when people start putting out these numbers out here, his defensive numbers, the numbers when he's off the floor and Franz is on the floor, the fact
Yep,
that
those
some
numbers.
people believe that Franz is the best player on this team, which I never would even think I would agree. But I'm like, these numbers are like showing certain things. And again, I'm not against numbers. I watch with my eyes, but I think Orlando's issues the past few seasons will be like, oh, they don't have enough shooting. They're still really young. So we kind of focused on that. And we can it's when young players come into the league, we kind of let them play with all the chinks in their armor and everything. And maybe some things you don't really pick out. And that's how I felt about Orlando, right? Like when I'm thinking about it now. So
Yeah.
with the Magic, they're just not good, bro. They're
Yeah.
really not just good. Right now,
Yeah.
offensively, let me tell you where they rank in the league, bro.
Offensively, they are offensive to watch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
They
So
are
they're
not a good
they're
watch.
23rd in the league offensively. I believe that's the numbers I'm seeing right here. The differential is 20, pretty much the same thing. 23rd in the league. The points differential at 23rd in the league. Pretty much they're just bad. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Like they're just bad right now. And I believe they are 1 and 3. And
yes, yep.
they're 1 and 3.
They are 1 and 3. They won against Miami, but they lost against Atlanta, Chicago, and Philly.
Bro.
Losing against Atlanta, I wanted to put Atlanta in mine, but I didn't because
I think Atlanta injured, so that's why I'm not talking too much about Atlanta because they're injured.
Yeah, the injuries, no Jalen Johnson or Porzingis, that's definitely rough. But them losing to the Hawks in general is kind of sad. Yeah, the whole Paulo thing, he's just not a good jump shooter, and he loves to take jump shots. He loves to be Carmelo Anthony.
Did you see the
he cannot.
Goldsberry's stats?
I was watching it. Yeah, I was listening to that podcast yesterday. Like
60 out of 62 or something like that.
For Paulo specifically, jump shots.
Yes,
I think it was like 6 out of 26 or something like that. Like not a good percentage. He's averaging 22 points on the season, 39%, 18% from 3. This team needs they need a real point guard, and not just that, they need to help. Like they need a point guard to get Paulo in his spots, because I don't like when he has the ball, because he just does a whole bunch of nonsense before settling for jump shots, mid-range jump shots, and then at the rim he's also really tragic. Like,
do you remember that beat they played for that? Remember that Lakers clip that was going viral last season against the Mavs, where they were passing the ball over the court and stuff was just happening? Sorry, I don't know why I'm sneezing so much today. And stuff was just happening, and there's this like, it's almost like a Mickey Mouse beat on there. That's how the Paulo possessions look, bro. That's how the Paulo possessions look. It almost feels, and that's what I'm saying. He needs a point guy, almost like a commanding. What I thought Bane was going to help them with that.
Yeah.
If Bane is not being allowed to handle the ball as much, bro, do you know how many catch and shoot threes he's had? I don't know what the number said again. But
I don't know the number, but I saw somebody say it's like the lowest percentage of catch and shoots attempts in his career.
Literally of his career, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they need a commanding point guys. Like, screw you guys, wait in your spot. You're going to get the ball. I'm handling the ball.
Yeah, because I was watching a YouTube video that was analyzing some of the Magic tape, and Anthony Black as like a point guard has not been very good in terms of his drives, and like he just looks unsure of himself. And then Tyus Jones has been pretty bad this season as well, unfortunately. 21%.
He's
averaging a point and a half. Yeah, I think the ball is best in the hands of Franz, because Franz is more of a natural playmaker than Paulo. And if Jalen Suggs and Anthony Black, I mean, Jalen Suggs has just not played enough games, but the ball just needs to be in Franz's hands more, and the Paulo experience has not been very good. Like the graphic that we saw on Twitter, like after game 2 or whatever, where it showed his efficiency on the court in his entire career and that he is below average on every single part of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not just this season. That's his entire career. He's been
Right.
a below average scorer everywhere on the court. Even at the rim, which you would think like people, in the
Yes.
offseason call him LeBron and all that stuff. He's not good around the rim either. And it's like, dang, man, like what are we doing here, Like it's really rough. And then the Magic overall, their offense is still just tragic. Um yeah, bottom in the league. Defensively, they're not even playing that decent either. They're losing to the Bulls, and the Bulls are a
Well,
great team apparently.
so if
But
this team,
yeah,
let me just tell you right now, I know it's too quick to take. We're not going to overreact. We're not going to overreact. We'll
would
wait
you
for
take back? Would you take back your over under for the Magic?
we'll wait for a month to overreact. I'll wait for a month to overreact. Let me look at this defensive leaders numbers, right? If we look at the
Mm-hmm.
defensive leaders numbers, if Orlando is going to be this terrible offensively,
They have to be as good as defensively as they were
Jesus, they're
last year.
18th. They can't be
Yeah,
18th. They have to be top 5
to make up for
at
their
least. Because
offense.
if they are going to be terrible offensively, then what are we doing here? What are we doing
Yeah,
here?
yeah, truly.
They're giving up 119 points currently. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I personally need to watch more games of them like from start to finish. I feel with so many things happening in the league,
Yeah.
you're flip flopping to one game and you
Yeah, yeah. That's what I love about the NBA. Like, I'm just so glad it's back and there's games every day. But when there's like a 10-game slate and there's
slate.
like 3 games starting at the same time, and then in another hour there's another 3 games, and I'm trying to keep tabs on everything, it feels like I'm watching nothing. Like I'm
Exactly. So I
trying to.
almost give up. I give up by just watching one. Like
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
I put one that is coming on 1 hour after or 30 minutes after. And anytime
yeah,
there's a timeout on this one, I go to that one. But I agree with you. When you go, the only thing you just give up and you go on Twitter and you're like, oh, this stuff is happening. Like I remember the
yeah,
VJ Edgecombe game. I wasn't watching that game and he was going bonkers the first game, right?
yeah,
And people were just talking about it, and you kind of feel you're missing out. But I'm like, man, I'm watching a game here right now, right? And I want to
yeah,
focus on one game and stuff. So I'm actually taking more information and stuff. But yeah, like I need to watch Orlando more, and we'll come back to this. But everything I'm hearing from people that I respect their opinion, people that are talking about that I follow on point, and just the stats that are out there, and I'm like, explain the stats to me. Like, what do these stats mean? And I'm like, people are explaining like the context of this. I'm like, this is bad.
yeah. Yeah, the Magic are off to a pretty tragic start, and I feel like they're like this is kind of why like Desmond Bain cannot by himself fix their shooting issue, and he is not like a real true point guard
He's
point
not a point
guard.
guard.
So it
He's
felt
an
like
SG.
a good addition, but it also didn't feel like now we can rise up to 50 wins. Now we can be
I
top
thought
dog in the
so.
East. Because, Franz and Paulo as a duo, Franz by himself, his on off numbers, Franz by himself is a lot better than them together. So, yeah, that's the Magic for you.
That's the
Um,
magic for you. I wish I have more to speak on them, but I need to watch more. But that's like it's more like surprise because we're talking about surprise here, and they're
yeah,
the one team where I'm like, I ain't liking what the things I'm hearing, bro. I ain't liking the
no,
things I'm hearing.
definitely. Definitely. All right. My second, surprise, man, you know. You get emotionally involved into a team and they they come out Darko after game 1 we beat Atlanta yelling in the locker room. Do you see that picture of him with Quickly where
Yeah.
he's like about to punch him, look like he's almost gonna punch him or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, that was a great win. We destroyed Atlanta, a team that has high hopes. Who maybe Atlanta just sucks too. Maybe we're just wrong about all these East teams. But bro, the
We'll
Raptors,
talk about that. We'll talk about that later.
bro. Oh my god, I cannot believe how bad we are on defense. Like, if there was one thing that I could guarantee or like
I can't believe it.
really trust and really be excited about, or like just have something that I know is going to be good, I thought that the defense was going to be good, bro. But we look like a team that has never played defense before. We're scrambling around constantly on every single drive. We're always leaving guys open and scrambling to cover them and just doing a poor job. We let D'Angelo Russell score 24 points on us after he was playing 8 minutes in the last game. We let the Mavericks, who look tragic offensively, have their first win and destroy us in the paint.
We give you 139? Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah. Like, even in game one, Jalen Johnson was kind of doing whatever he wanted into getting to the paint, but it was like, okay, we're able to turn the ball over on the Hawks. We're able to destroy them in transition. Like, cool.
Where's Scotty? Where is Scotty Barnes? You're meant to be the Swiss Army knife. You're meant to be the 6'9" long.
I've been seeing him run around scrambling as much as anybody, bro.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
game two, we had Giannis just absolutely destroy us, and Giannis has been on a different level, bro. Yeah. Giannis has been the best in the world so far. If I had to pick an MVP, it would be him. But I was just like, okay, game two, it's Giannis. Game three, Mavericks. Come on, this team has been...
Mavericks gave you 139 points, and we only made 10 threes, bro.
Oh, my God. And it's not just, like, the scrambling around and no communication. Our interior defense, there is no interior defense. Jakob Poeltl, he's still injured or something. He didn't play against the Spurs. He was out with lower back injury. He didn't play in the preseason for lower back injury. He's like a boulder out there. He's not moving. He's not jumping. He's not playing well at all defensively. And if he's not out there, we're a small team. We don't have anybody like over 7 foot. Like I love Mamu. Mamu has been a great addition.
Mamu has been really good for you guys.
But he is not a center. Scotty, Brandon Ingram, these guys cannot guard the rim. Like, Scotty is a nice...
I hope you guys are not still... Why would you fire... Why would Masai leave if you guys still want to be running this 6'9" and 6'9" and give me 6'9" and give me...
Yeah.
Oh, pause. That's
or
crazy.
Give me death.
But yeah, but like give me 6'9" wings and or give, like, it's literally 6'9" guys. You guys want to be running that again in 2025?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And not just, and we was like, oh yeah, we have a point guard now. We have Quickly. Bro, Quickly has been awful. So far this season, he's 4 of 22 from 3.
Bro.
If he's not shooting threes, he's taking off balance floaters in the paint. So not only defensively do we look awful, and we look like we've never played defense before. We don't look connected at all. We're pressuring so much, and then Quickly is getting killed by screens, and then we're not rotating well. Offensively, we're not doing that decent either. Like, Scotty had a really nice game against the Mavericks, I think, offensively, pretty much. Brandon Ingram has been decent, but it's like, do you want a Quickly 3 or a floater that he misses both? Do you want an Ingram mid-range and that's it? Do you want RJ driving to the rim and missing, or do you want Scotty to be passive or having a game like against the Mavericks? It's one or the other. Or do you want absolutely nothing from Jakob Poeltl? It's just really sad. And I mean, this is a tough schedule to begin with. Like, I was like, maybe we can be 5-5. The Mavericks, I thought we could have won, obviously, with how bad you guys look. The Spurs, the next day, Wembanyama. I watched the first quarter, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't do this. Now we got the Rockets next, Şengün and KD. Jesus we got Christ. Cavaliers soon. We got the
run of games, bro. That stuff might look horrible, bro. The
Yeah,
winter,
yeah.
they're about to hate the winter. All those US guys on the car, they're about to hate the winter right now. When you keep getting your head beaten like that.
Yeah, you go to the arena, it's dark outside, you lose by 20, you leave, it's dark
Bro.
outside, it's cold, -20, Toronto snow. Like we just look terrible. Obviously offensively, I thought it would be a struggle and it's still a large work in progress. But
Yeah.
defensively, we just look like we've never played defense out there. We just look lost on so many possessions. Like it's just embarrassing.
Do you think it's a coaching thing
So,
or is he a player? Like players are just not executing? Because I
I
wouldn't think
mean,
like the last thing I would think about the Raptors, like, oh, you guys are gonna have like bad defense. Like,
yeah, I mean, maybe it's just like the defense we're trying to play where we're starting with quickly pressuring a lot and then we're just not rotating very well. I feel like Ingram and RJ aren't having the best effort. And then just to have absolutely no interior defense from Jakob Poeltl, he just doesn't look good. We're just nothing is working so far. And I think it could be coaching, but it also feels like I
players
mean maybe the
players are letting
coaching.
the amount of
Yeah,
dunks they gave up against the Mavs was ridiculous. That was just
yeah.
a player letdown where I think was it like 12 dunks in 4 minutes or some crap like that. Or in the
Yeah, I
second,
heard. Yeah, I
yeah,
heard
in the
they let
I
up a
can't remember
bunch of dunks
exactly
and
what
stuff.
the amount of
And
minutes were.
Cooper Flag learned the Mavericks trick, the Luca trick, where you just gotta keep throwing lobs, and it's just inevitable.
Inevitable.
Um, and it's like we love to give these rookies their shine. You know, it's like we'll let Cooper Flag have his breakout game. We'll
Everybody
let him
gets
have this transition
every
dunk.
rookie gets their career high against the Raptors.
Yeah, come on, man. Like it's just embarrassing. And I think it could be a coaching thing, but I feel like it's just a bit too early on if, we'll see the fallout from these first few rough games and
Yeah.
throughout the next 5 games, we'll see how, defensively if we look any better or if it's just I don't know. It's just rough right now and I'm not enjoying it, but here we are.
Yeah, we
New
are.
season. New season, same team.
Shouldn't be the case. I have high hopes on the Raptors this year. So they
Yeah,
need
me
to,
too.
yeah, they need to pick it up. Mine is pretty much simple. Bro, the offensive players in the NBA are getting ridiculously amazing. Like like the level of scoring that these players have for players that either were dunkers and now they want to be like 3-point shooters, or the rookies that are coming in just being so assured, like looking like their shots look amazing. Like the up and for me, the scoring surge that's happened this past week, when this happened last year or last 2 years ago, there was a lot of complaint about the defense in the NBA and how teams were not defending well and how the NBA has gone different has gone have gone the opposite mile of ensuring that offensive players there's no like physicality with the defense and stuff like that. And that was a complaint then, right? Which I thought there was two folds of that. But now I'm watching these games. I'm sorry. This is not a case of teams not trying to play defense. Like these players are just extremely, extremely skilled. And you have players that have just improved. Like, remember opening night when Aaron Gordon was going crazy? And we were just like, bro. Because he's been showing, like, he's been improving that. He's been moving towards that. He's been improving that. And I'm
Yeah.
seeing the coward guy on Memphis, the 22-year-old
Colin
rookie.
Coward, yeah.
Yeah. And his shot looks amazing. And it's the guy on it's the other player on the Wizards, uh the guy who destroyed the Mavericks. I keep forgetting his name every single time. Maybe because I'm trying to forget his Keyshawn George, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing his shot, and I'm seeing Connor Paul on the Hornets. I'm seeing Markkanen have 51 points, Austin Reeves 51 points, 43, 45,
LaMelo Ball.
Luca 43, 42. And I don't want to talk about the superstars like Shea who had 55 too. It's more just this amount of guys having incredible scoring games. And we've had 16 in the first week. And I think the difference
Yeah.
between that and I saw the graphic. The difference between
Mm-hmm.
that and the last time that happened in the NBA, let me tell you how many games that was. Uh, 7. 7. There's been 16 40 points games throughout
Yep.
the first week of the season. Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the last time that happened was 7. And the last time that happened was 7 in 2022, 2023. And I'm just looking at these games and I'm like, I don't see teams not playing defense. I don't see teams
Yeah.
these players are just right now in the NBA is going to be hard if you're out there and you can't play offense, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to just be a specialist, like a defensive specialist. Except if you're a center that can survive being out there. Someone like a Lively, someone like those guys can survive. Like Hartenstein, those guys can. But outside of that, if you are playing the 1 to 4, offensively, you have to be crazy. And I just think it's incredible how skilled these players are becoming, and that's been definitely a surprise. Like the ridiculous amount of games we've had with players hitting 40, 40, 40, and
Yeah.
having incredible performances. So yeah, that's pretty much the next one for me.
Yeah. The stat that the Lakers have had a 40-point game by either
Yeah.
Luka or Reeves in every single game so
Yep.
far
Yep.
is really funny. But yeah, 16 40-point games in the first week is absolutely ridiculous. And it's
Right.
like obviously it's a bunch of the good players, but I mean Aaron Gordon
Mm-hmm.
on the 10 threes, that game was ridiculous. That and Curry as well was just
Curry.
insane in that game with
Let me let me
16
let me let me give you
straight
the names.
points.
Let me give you the names of all the players that have scored 40 points this season. Jamal Murray, Maxey, Makinen, Cam Thomas, Jalen Brown, Giannis, Reeves, um, Luca, Shea, Steph, Aaron Gordon, Wembanyama, Anthony Edwards.
Jalen
So
Brown.
Jalen Brown is there already. Yeah, I mentioned Jalen Brown. And so outside of Giannis, Steph, Shea, Luca, those are the top of the top echelons in terms of the best players in the
Yeah.
world. And there's expectation. Obviously, we know Jamal Murray can score up to 40. Like we know he can do that. But again, it's just this early in the season, just having plethora of guys just score 40 and all. And
Hmm.
I think this season has a possibility. I'm going to check. This is one stat that we should look over the season. How many rookies scored 30-point games this season? I want to see what that stat is going to say. How
Yeah.
many
I
rookies have
mean, we already
scored
have a
30 points?
couple.
Yeah, I want to see how many rookies score because it's going to show something regarding just the skill level of players either coming to the NBA or the players already in the NBA and the players that this is not their game and they're improving it and all.
Hmm.
And I had to apologize
Yeah.
to Austin Reeves, man. I had to
Yeah,
apologize.
you were talking
I
crazy
had
about
to
him in the
apologize.
Luca
Listen,
games,
I was
and then
very,
he did the
very
same
pissed.
thing.
I was very, very pissed by that playoff performance. It's been like 2 playoffs in a row where I've been like, and also my eyes are on him for this next coming playoffs. I was disgusted by his playoff performance against the Wolves. Apparently, he
Yeah.
had a toe injury or anything. I don't know. We don't like typically we get all this news after the series ends. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know what I can use for that right now. But bro, he's looking crazy out there. I
Yeah.
still don't like
Yeah.
some of the shot
And
selection. I think Austin needs to be more of a mid-range guy because when he's jiggle and wiggle, when he gets in the lane, people can't like he knows how to bounce off guys to take those 16 foot pull-ups, the 8 foot pull-ups, and they
he's
can
kind of
almost
Luca in
very
that way.
those TJ McConnell shots, right? Around the
Yeah.
paint, he loves those shots are great shots for him. And I think he needs to take more of that than a lot of contested breakdown, dribble 3 point shot. But I have to apologize, man.
Yeah.
I have to
His
apologize.
his rim attempts are kind of like Luca. Like he really is able to use his body and just
Yes.
like get the contact and then make the wild shot as well. I mean, he had 22 free throw attempts against the Kings in that game, which is just ridiculous. And yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say other than it's pretty awesome that there's a bunch of high scoring games. It is a huge outlier in like the last, I don't know, 20 years, whatever this graphic goes back to.
Yeah.
Like, there's never even been more than 7, and now we have twice as many with
16, yes.
16. And then you have like some performances like the LaMelo who had 38, 13 and 13, only 2 points off. You've had 3 or 2 games by Giannis that both had 37 as well
Yes.
as a 40-point game. Wembenyama has just been incredible. Has just been so crazy. Şengün on opening night had 39, so he's pretty close to 40. Um, and then Maxey scoring 40 twice, 39 today. It's like, damn, like everybody's going crazy. Larry Markkinen, I still have to go back and watch the highlights for that because I didn't catch that. But
I didn't catch
51
that.
points is ridiculous.
Bro.
Like, and then I think the most crazy one to me is the Aaron Gordon one, just because of how he got it. The fact that he went 10 of 11 from 3 is just absolutely ridiculous. And that game, that
Just so
ending
you know,
really made me mad.
Quentin Grimes hit a 3 again in the clutch to pretty much bring the game home for the Wizards. Just so you know, for a particular GM that traded
In
him
the
from,
Sixers,
yeah, for a particular GM
yeah,
that traded him from Caleb Martin.
that's such a funny trade because
That
they
was,
had no reason to do
it's so weird.
that.
I don't know how to say it, but obviously people would think I'm crazy. Like, but I'm not trying to say it because to sound crazy. The Luka trade is the craziest trade we've seen in NBA history. I just think the Grimes trade was also crazy. There was no reason for it.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't
Sorry.
have to do that. No,
Sorry.
I agree. He had no reason to do that, other than if there was like some money reason, but I don't know what reason that was. But yeah, the scoring has been really fun, very very exciting, and I mean I don't know what's causing it, but who cares? It's awesome. All right,
Okay.
my third question or surprise or whatever. This is a team that in the over-unders episode, I was kind of down on, but they have really come back to like bite me in the butt. Like, hey, Steph Curry is still him, bro. The Warriors
I
still look
told
really
you.
good, and my biggest 2 things was that if there's an injury to this team, it can go downhill. Now that can still definitely happen. I don't want
Mm-hmm.
it to happen, but if an injury to Jimmy or Steph happens, this team is in trouble. However, my second point was that I didn't like Kuminga on this team at all because it just felt like there was all this drama. They finally gave him a contract, whatever. It just felt like, like somebody who should have been divorced 2 years ago. We're staying together for the kids type of thing. But
Yes.
Kuminga has really bought in, bro. He's really bought into this system. He's been playing great so far, averaging 15 and 7. Steph Curry, that game against Denver was unbelievable. I mean, he had
Bro.
16 straight points in the fourth quarter in
Bro.
overtime. That last shot, oh my god. Steph Curry is it's when it's not against your team, it's amazing. Like you cannot get enough of him. I don't remember who said this or where I heard it from, but it was like I think it was on the Zach Lowe podcast or something. Like for any player in their career, if they hit that 3 that Curry hit, that super long one, that would be
Bro.
like the best shot of
I
their carear. But he does this every week. Like,
he shot the ball and I was like, oh wait, why did he just shoot from there? The game, there was still time on the clock. There were, and I was like, oh yeah, it's this guy, man. I was just like, every time I watch Steph, I'm just like, I hate this guy. And I hate him not because I hate him. I hate him because I'm just like, bro, can you just stop like being annoying? Like, let my Nuggets, like the Nuggets played really well.
Aaron Gordon played really well. Jokic did not play well in that game,
Jokic,
bro.
as I said, the Nuggets played well. I thought they defended well. Obviously, the defending on Steph at the end was not the best, but I'm like, I'm sorry, there's nothing Jokic is gonna do on those screens against Steph. Can he step up higher? Yeah, maybe, but does that
Mm-hmm.
really do anything? Pretty much no. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
that dude is just. I told you about the Warriors, man. I told you.
And
But
it just in terms of win total, I was just worried about their injury. But Kuminga, man, absolutely has been playing really good. Al Horford as well. Obviously,
No
he's
surprise.
old, but he's still incredible. And then Jimmy is still Jimmy, and Draymond is still a top 5 defender in the world. Like he's still. I mean, obviously Draymond has had all the defensive player of the year, and he's had the all team, but he's like almost like underappreciated, like historically, of how good on defense he is. Like he's just so smart and knows
The, the,
exactly
the
where to
best
be.
the best way I feel Draymond's stats defensively will be great, but there's a category of stats, and Draymond falls in this. Two people I've seen since I've watching NBA fall into this group, and Wemby is also becoming into that kind of group. It's the defensive stop because people are scared around us to do whatever play we want to
Hmm.
do. Like I don't
Yeah.
know how to I don't know
Don't
how to
even attempt it.
yes, I don't know how to
Yeah.
contextualize it, but the amount of times Draymond blows up people's team's plays or a certain play or just sometimes a fast break, and he's just he's just so him being there puts a certain instead of the normal 2-on-1 break, you throw the bounce pass. You could just think that he's there, he's there. So we need to watch what we do. We need to watch, and
Yeah.
once you start thinking in professional sports, once you think 3 to 5 seconds and you're not sure of what that
Yeah.
play ends and that play breaks up, and those plays sometimes don't come with a steal, a block, so you never be able to track it. But
Hmm.
Wemby is going to have a time in this league. He might not get blocks anymore. Like, and not get blocks anymore in terms of he's not going to get as ridiculous amount of blocks because I feel people are just going to be like, sorry, we can't go there. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
we can't go there, and those stats are not going to be recorded because they blow up things even before it happens because people are scared of that. And Draymond is the king of that. Like the amount of times I've seen him blow up fast breaks, 2-on-1 opportunities, 3-on-1 opportunities, like just him back and three guys running on pick and rolls on when they're trying to pick on Steph. The way he blows things up,
Yeah.
that dude is incredible defensively, man. Incredible
Yeah.
defensively.
Yeah. It's a statistic that you can't really categorize or like write down anywhere or find numbers about. It's just the category of things aren't happening. Teams aren't even trying this thing. They're not even going to attempt to
They're
do
not
this
going to
thing
attempt
because
it.
he's out there. That's Draymond. That's a Rudy Gobert for most of his career, and that's definitely going to be Wembanyama because teams, you're just not going to try a lot of these shots around the rim, or just you see him. I wouldn't want to attempt these kind of
Like
shots
you just
because
take
you
a
know
pick.
that he just like reaches over and he gets you.
Yep, yep. Did
So,
you saw the tweet yesterday where someone said, "Oh, they used that speed meme," and they're like, "Oh, me watching a video of Wemby's block, and there's still 15 seconds left
oh
in the
yeah,
video."
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
the crazy thing about Wemby defending you is not just the fact that he's going to have a crazy block; he's going to get the ball and do something crazy on the other end, and the
yeah.
person did
Those
that speed,
threes,
like, like,
yeah. He gets a double block and then he gets the three down there. And Wembanyama
yeah.
as well. Like obviously, he's not really in one of my surprises because I thought that
He's
he
not.
would
He's not.
be
He's
really
not my
good.
Wem-
But
Wemby is not a
but I'm
surprise anymore.
no, I know, but I'm almost surprised with how good he is so quickly. I mean, his coming out game against the Mavericks, who you think if anybody in the league can guard a Wembanyama, it's the type of Mavericks defense
Took
that they
their
have, and
soul.
he torched them, and his shot diet. He's really stepping away from taking all these threes, and he's like, I can just do whatever I want near the basket. Like, Dylan Harper can throw me the ball wherever. Stephon Castle can throw me the ball wherever. I'm gonna get that, and I'm just gonna have the easiest shot imaginable anywhere 10 feet around the hoop. So yeah, but going back, just the Warriors in general. Steph still averaging 33, 45% from three, obviously early stats, but he hasn't missed a step. And in that Denver game, not only the three's impressive, but like the amount of circus shot layup attempts that this guy does,
He pisses
that
me off,
like he
man.
gets fouled, throws
He
the ball
pisses me off,
behind
man.
him, it hits the top of the ring, goes down.
He's
Like
so
he
fucking.
just attempts.
He's so fucking good. I know.
He just
Sorry.
does whatever.
Like
He just
this
does
dude is
whatever
so
he
good,
wants,
bro.
man.
He's
Yeah, he
he's
really
not
is.
he's not losing a step. Like, and that's the thing I said about Golden
Not at
State,
all.
man. It doesn't matter the team. OKC, KFC, TFC. It doesn't matter the team, bro. You could be OKC, you can be the Knicks, you can be the Cavs, you can be whoever.
Yeah.
Whoever your best player is, it doesn't matter. When Steph is on the court, there's a level of fear and also a level of confidence he instills into Golden State. And
Yeah.
when he's on the court, you will have to answer for him. And you can't answer for what he does, bro. Like, you can't. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. There was nothing. The Nuggets played a really, really good game. I watched that game. The Nuggets played really well against a good
Yeah.
defensive team. Jokic didn't play that well. Okay, Aaron Gordon had obviously he's not gonna have 50 points, but Jamal was good. Jokic, okay, obviously could be better and everything, but in terms of the style holistically, in terms of the way they play and everything, played well. They defended really well too. I love they were getting caught on the backcourts periodically, but I love the way they were defending and everything. And Steph just began that stuff in the fourth quarter, and you're just like, bro, what can you?
It
What
doesn't matter. He can do
did
whatever
the
he
game went to
wants.
OT, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, it went to OT,
And in OT, I
and it
don't
was
know.
going
I think
and
he
it was
had.
going band for band with Aaron Gordon, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I really wish Aaron Gordon had that the last attempt or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, he had 16 straight points for the Warriors, including 3 straight made threes. Yeah, just incredible. I'm this next game that's actually gonna happen like right now, actually, the Warriors and Clippers, that might be a fun game to watch after this. But yeah, bro. The Warriors, that's my third surprise. What about you? What's your next one?
my third surprise. I'm gonna have to apologize again. Maybe I was wrong about the Spurs. Maybe I was wrong about San Antonio Spurs. Maybe I was wrong. Am I willing to accept that yet? I don't know. But the Spurs will definitely have a better record than the Mavericks. that I
There
can
we
tell you.
go. There we go. That's what I want to hear.
That I can tell you right now. I think the
That's what I
Spurs are
wanted
going
to
to
hear.
definitely have a better record than the Mavericks. I'm just like, bro, man, they look good. And they look, their guards, Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper looks so good.
So good,
So
bro.
good.
I'm like,
so like so quickly.
so
like,
assured. Like, this doesn't look like a rookie. So assured in all,
yeah.
like in
a
everything
lot
he's
of these
doing.
rookies is really crazy.
Stephen Castle has been defending it crazily, like amazing. Wemby is Wemby, and it just seems he's an unstoppable force, and he's going to drive them to as much wins. They've not really played anybody yet, I would say. That's one thing.
Your
That's
Mavericks aren't anybody yet? Yeah, I mean, yeah, New Orleans, Brooklyn, and Toronto
Nets
isn't the best.
Yeah, so isn't the best. So we're gonna see, but they look good so far, and I'm
Wembanyama
surprised they look
insane.
good. I'm surprised they look good this starting. Like, if they were going to get better, I thought it was going to be like as the season goes along. But again, 4-0 is 4-0.
Yeah.
And for them
Undefeated.
them picking it up this quick, I'm just like, oh man, I may have to come back in a month's time and be like, I'm sorry, Spurs. I'm sorry, Spurs. Because one of the things, so this is the thing, when we were looking at the Western Conference. Yeah. So when we're looking at the top 6, in the West, OKC, sure. I said Golden State, Denver, Clippers, Wolves,
Timberwolves,
Houston,
Rockets, yeah,
Rockets, right?
yeah.
I was like, there's no way San Antonio are getting in the air. The Lakers are still there. The Lakers are not even in that top 6 I mentioned, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how can they get there? But these teams need to watch out for the San Antonio Spurs. they might knock one of you out of there.
Yeah.
Like, we might knock one of you out there. And that means you guys are going to be in the play-in. Obviously, I think OKC are fine. I think Warriors are fine. I think Denver are fine. Those three
Mhm.
teams, I think, are going to be fine. The other teams, the Clippers, Minnesota.
Clippers, Minnesota, there's the Ant injury and their
There's the ant
whole point
injury.
guard
There's
situation.
the point guard situation. Houston,
Yeah.
1-2. 1-2.
Yeah.
One
Play the
and two.
Raptors tomorrow. Let's see it. Let's see how that
Let's
goes
see.
for them.
But no, it's something to think about, and maybe that changes our whole outlook on what the West is meant to be. But very
Yeah.
impressed with San Antonio Spurs. They've made.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they've picked up this early, and all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a question for you. Where do you stand on this De'Aaron Fox thing? Because I think two. So I know I'm asking a question, but I'm going to say something first before you go.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, figure out what you trade De'Aaron Fox, blah blah blah. And I saw one guy tweet. I'm like, man, it's so early that why would you be worried about having a lot of offensive power on your team? Like, why
Yeah.
shouldn't they just play all these
Yeah.
freaking players and
Yeah.
boost themselves? Why do we need to start changing and shifting stuff like that? So where do you stand on that?
I mean, yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Like, this is the best type of problem you can have is when you have too many good players. And like
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Castle, second year, Dylan Harper, rookie. Like, these guys are going to be on cheap contracts for a minute. And like, obviously you got Fox. Now you might think, oh no, we could have this and that, whatever other trade we could make if we didn't make the Fox trade or whatever. That doesn't matter, bro. You got talent. You got Wembanyama, who's ascending to a top 5 potential level. You got Dylan Harper looking incredibly good so far. Stephon Castle still looking very good. And just adding Fox on top of that, that doesn't seem like a problem at all to me. Like, this is a team that, this is their first year of trying to actually kind of competing. And sure, you
Yes.
might think that like, oh, we could have had just Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle, but those guys are still young. Having a veteran like Fox and a potential playoff run or like important regular season games where you can admit like he will be more reliable than Harper, like
Reliable?
it's still
Yeah.
early on and all that stuff. It's not a problem to have, and there's no reason to think about trading this guy. Like, it's been a week. That's like the epitome of overreacting to the start of the season. Like,
Overreaction.
come
Yes.
on, guys. We're
Yes.
good. Like, we don't need to break up this team that hasn't played a single minute together
Yes.
just because there's a lot of guards. Like, this is like a great problem to have. Like, we're just assessing talent and who's going to be the best fit beside a Wembanyama. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have some
Completely agree.
rapid fire surprises just on some
Let's go.
Eastern Conference teams that I'm just
Mhm.
surprised are really good. Number 1, the Bulls. Why are the Bulls this good? Why are the Bulls the best defense in the league beside OKC? I don't know why. They've been Giddy hasn't been bad. Io DeSuma has been scoring.
Mhm.
Vucevic
And this is
is
without Kobe White.
without Kobe White. Yeah, Vucevic has been a good rebounder. Patrick Williams hasn't
My
looked
guy.
awful.
That's one of my
Hasn't looked
guys.
off. He's looked pretty decent defensively.
That's one of my guy.
Trey
I thought
Jones
I once
might
thought
have
Patrick
overleaped
Williams.
his brother.
I once thought Patrick Williams was the second coming of Kawhi. I was wrong.
Yeah, but he might, maybe if he just plays even a little bit better, that would be a win for them. Trey Jones is third in
Yeah.
steals right now. And yeah, they're just winning games. Even Montes Bucella's had a good game and then he had a bad game, but it's like, it is what it is. Like,
It is what it is.
they are just winning. They are just undefeated so far, and it's just really quite surprising. The second one I have, Hornets, just lost tonight against the Heat in a kind of rough game, but LaMelo has
144.
been, yeah, I know, right?
144 in regular
LaMelo,
time, bro. Their defense is horrible, bro.
yeah,
That's why I can
their
never.
defense is vibes.
That's
Like,
why I can never take them seriously, bro. And this guy injured again.
Brandon
What's his
Miller,
name?
yeah, that's
Brandon
annoying.
Miller. Yes.
But
We've had a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
We've
there's
had
been
lots of
there's been some
injuries,
injuries. Yeah, Ant
like
out already.
Luka,
Luca
and
out. Yeah,
I think Porzingis is out already.
Porzingis. Jalen Johnson didn't play some games.
Ricochet.
Yeah. But LaMelo averaging 28, 8.3 rebounds, 9.7 assists. He's been launching threes. Like he's been chucking up threes, but he's also making a pretty decent percentage of them. Con Knippel, Kalkbrenner. These are guys who could be first. Well, I mean, I don't even know if you could say first team all rookie because all the rookies so far have been looking really decent.
Mm-hmm.
But those guys have been very impactful so far. Obviously, I wish Brandon Miller was still there, but Colin Sexton had like 20 points. I don't know about the game that just happened tonight, but he had 20
Sexton is
points
such
in
a
their
good
past two
player,
games.
bro. Free my guy Sexton. Put him on an important. No one can ever tell me. I believe that guy can help a serious team, bro.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I just kind of they're the top offense in the NBA. I don't know about tonight, but they were leading up there with Denver in terms of
They still
top
scored They
offenses.
still scored one. What's today?
Yeah, like a crazy amount of points. Um And then, yeah, my last
What's
team
up
is
there?
about the team that beat them, the Miami Heat. I'm not gonna
Uh-huh.
lie, I had zero expectations for them.
Zero.
Tyler Hero is
Miami
out.
just became Miami. The Heat are just that. The Heat are those family members doing like a cookout or a Thanksgiving. You're just like, oh yeah, they come. Like, well, we don't want to talk to you. We don't want to hear about your
Yeah,
old stories. We don't want to hear about Heat culture. We don't want to hear
yeah,
about our coaching and our system, and we don't
yeah,
want to hear about, like, we just don't want to hear from you. The Heat are in that
yeah.
bracket of the NBA right now, and
But
very surprised.
their food is good. They've been a very good offense this season
Yes,
so far.
yes.
I had no idea, but I wrote down that like without Tyler Hero, I thought that they would be pretty bad in the half court. And I think Eric Spoelstra agrees because they have had the fastest pace in the NBA. They are running and gunning this year. Like they are not giving up. And then just score 144 points, obviously against a pretty bad defense. But
You've had
everybody has been playing
You've had
well.
Hammy Hackers also step up this. He had a bad second season, but his numbers last few games: 13 points, 17, 17, 18. He's been pretty good.
Yep. Norman
Shooting.
Powell obviously is just a shooter, like 29 points.
I wasn't surprised Paul was gonna do. Paul is a tip.
Yeah.
He looks like a freaking Miami Heat player. Like, I was not surprised he was
Yeah,
gonna do
that's
well.
that's true actually. But just the
Yeah.
fact that they have like all these guys like a Kalel Ware, a Jovic, a Saman Fontecchio, a Pele Larson, like all these
Is that
dudes.
was Perley Larson the guy we spoke about? The point guard that they were talking about?
No, that should be Jokic. Um,
Yes. Okay. Why? Yeah. Let me see. Where
but
is
he
that dude?
didn't. He was injured today apparently. But yeah,
Okay.
just the fact that they have a 3-1 record and now
I
they are
beat the Knicks.
first. Yeah,
The Knicks
they
lost
they
again tonight too.
they
We need
beat
to
the
talk about the
Knicks.
Knicks, bro. We need to talk about the Knicks.
I haven't locked
What's
in enough
happening?
about the Knicks.
There's few. Remember we spoke about the fact that Mike Brown coming with this new system and all,
Yeah.
and we talked about, will the best players accept this? Right? It's fine coming with a new system. We're gonna change this. We're gonna change that, and your best players are not like uh. There's a whole thing with Kat and him. Did you see the interview with Kat where he was like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what? And I found that very, like, when a player says that they're trying to.
Yeah, that definitely alarmed me a little bit because I was like, "What are you talking about, bro? What do
What
you
do you
mean you
mean?
don't know? You don't know?" Like
You're the second best player on this team. What do you mean you don't know what? Like, I'm just trying to figure
he
it out.
had
I'm
a
like, huh?
he had a
So
rough game today against the Bucks. I just saw.
apparently he only shot one time in the first half, I believe, and all. And
Oof.
apparently Giannis killed them. Giannis had 37 again today, I believe.
Yeah,
And the
today.
Bucks were, at some point the Bucks were down 71-59 to the Knicks in the first
Yeah,
half. They scored
The
35.
Knicks had a 14-point lead in near the end of the
Yeah.
second
To
quarter.
be fair, a 14-point
Um,
league in the NBA is like six
that's
points.
nothing.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
literally.
You need to be busted. You need to be giving a team like 30 points to even consider it being a blowout now, or that team has no chance.
Yeah, but I haven't completely locked in to New York. I definitely want to now with this game tonight against the
Because
Bucks, them losing against the Heat.
I'm seeing Brunson's numbers. Let's look at Brunson's numbers. This is something that I was very like I was watching. Let me look at Jalen Brunson's numbers right now. Let me look at Jalen Brunson's numbers right now, just to
30 points average.
he's averaging
He
30.
had, yeah, 36 tonight, 37
Okay,
against the Heat.
okay, they're still high. What of Cat's numbers?
Cat, these last two games look a bit rough for him. I'm not gonna lie. He's
20,
averaging
20, well,
exactly
20 is
20.
still that
Having 8 today is pretty bad.
the field goal percentage is terrible.
Yeah, 40%. That's pretty rough. I need to lock in on the Knicks.
Cat is one of those guys that I always feared. They're in the DeAndre 18 mode too, where I fear when they face like forces of nature like Giannis, they're just gonna give in.
Yeah,
They're just
or a
gonna give
Joel or something
yeah.
like that when he was like that. Yeah, I definitely want to look at these two losses for the Knicks and see what happened. Especially
Yeah.
this Bucks one. Like obviously Giannis has been crazy, but Ryan Rollins as well had 25 points
Mm-hmm.
today. Um, yeah, it really is Giannis absolutely carrying. If there's an MVP for this season, it is 1000%
It is
Giannis in my
1000%
opinion.
him. And
He's averaging
let me just
36,
tell the
16, and
world,
7.
Jokic is not going to be top 7 in MVP race this year. Let me just tell you, everyone, I'm watching how the Nuggets play, and
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care.
He's fat right now, bro.
It's
In
not
the
about,
in the Warriors game, he was pointing on defense on pick and roll. He dropped down. He was pointing at Jimmy, and Jimmy hit the mid range shot in front of him,
listen,
bro.
all I know
He
about
doesn't
what
care.
he doesn't care right now, and this is what it
Yeah,
is. He's more like he doesn't care to score. He
yeah,
doesn't see any value. Like the team doesn't feel like they need him to score. Bro, he's going to be dropping 14 points, 15 points. He's going to have his triple doubles and
yeah.
all. But in terms of scoring, bro, they're just they're a better team. Valanciunas, you see Valanciunas coming in, really spelling every 3 to 5 minutes. Valanciunas spelling for him. Um, I think I'm falling sick. Tim Hardaway Jr. yesterday, I think made like 6 threes or something. Cam Johnson has not popped as much, but I'm going to give Cam Johnson time. You know what the Cam Johnson team is? Before I skip from Jokic, the Cam Johnson thing gives me. I've played so much meaningless basketball for so long that now I'm playing meaningful basketball, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
You
And
got to get acclimated into the system and all that.
yes, yes.
No, I
So
definitely agree. Jokic has his slow starts, and I think I can kind of agree with the MVP thing. It seems kind of hard to believe that he would win it again unless the Nuggets are insane. I think SGA or
I said if the
I think
Nuggets hit
SGA is
like
still on top.
70 wins or some crap like that.
Yeah,
I
but like
just don't think
against the Suns, a team that, is bad. He had 11 assists in the first half and he had made one bucket. That's
one
it.
but
That's like the type of disrespect where he's like, I don't really want to play too hard. I'm just going to pass the ball, make all these
yes.
crazy passes, but I don't really want to do anything else. I'll grab the rebound because I'm right there and I'm tall, but
If the game goes to, and maybe that's why maybe that's going to affect his rhythm scoring wise when games get close. We don't know. We're gonna see, right? Because
yeah.
Jokic is one of the I genuinely believe he's one of the best clutch players in the NBA. Like when it's time to just get a bucket at that end, give him the ball. He's going to find the easiest bucket he can get. But I
Mhm.
feel maybe this doesn't play in his favor in terms of he's not scoring so much throughout the game that when games become tight and he wants to dial it up, he may not be able to pick it up well. So maybe
Mhm.
so that's something that maybe be a weakness. But this remember the season where they won the championship and 3 quarters the way, the whole Joel Embiid stuff and the conversation about, oh, they're giving Jokic the MVP because he's white, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, he just played off. He played awful
Yeah.
to end that year. Like not awful but just to his standards. He
Yeah.
didn't care anymore. He was like, you want to take it. But when playoffs came, he was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's time to play. Like, and I think that he's more comfortable. He feels the squad is so good now that they don't need to try that much. Aaron Gordon is scoring more. Jamal Murray is not waiting till third month of the season to start dialing it up,
Yeah,
right? Like he's
good.
on. I think he scored 40 yesterday. He had
Yeah,
40
I think I saw a post that he averages like 18 points in October, and so far he's averaging double that or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, it's a
So
small sample size in October,
it's
but
just few things to watch and all. And I think like you watch certain players for a long time, I think he doesn't care. He doesn't care about scoring. He doesn't care. He's just gonna
like we all make jokes about like his off season, in Serbia. He's just watching the horses. He's just drinking beer, whatever. But it's like, that's true. Like he does not care. And then once the season starts, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna get into game shape, but I'm gonna use the games to get into shape. Like I totally expect that from him. So his slow start, I mean, in terms of scoring, is not super unprecedented for him. But yeah, it's good that Jamal Murray picked it up. I mean, I got all my surprises out of the way, other than I guess like generally just the rookies being super impressive. But I feel like that's something we want a bigger sample size for before we super go crazy over. But I mean, I've been a lot of impactful rookies so far.
At the end of this season, I want to see the number of rookies that score over 30 this season compared to other seasons. I'm gonna try to
How
find
many players do you think are going to get it? If you had to take a guess.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I just want to see what will become.
Do you think it'll be 10? Do you think there'll be 10 different rookies that score 30 points?
I think so.
I have no idea historically what the data is on that.
We already have two.
I guess so.
In Keyshawn George and
Keyshawn George is not a rookie though. Is he? No, he's not. No, he's a second-year player.
Oh, sorry. Trey Johnson didn't score 30. So I think we've only had VJ.
Yeah, VJ and Cedric did he score 30?
Yes, Coward.
Did he score 30 or was it just 27? Wait, let me check. I do not remember. He scored 27. So he didn't score 30, but I mean
VJ.
He has that potential apparently.
We're gonna see. Yeah. We'll see how many
I mean, Flaga's gonna do it. I mean, Dylan Harper is gonna do it. Like VJ already did it. I have no idea historically the data on that, but it seems like a lot of these rookies are here to play. I think Con Knipple's gonna get one. Like CMB, I hope gets one. Like,
they are fun. Yeah. They are fun this year, and we're gonna see how much they go. But yeah, I don't have any other surprises. It's been a great start to the season. I am excited. I need to catch up on more games and all because now it's like now I'm focusing on teams that I wouldn't even like bat an eye to. Like I want to watch most Hornets games now, just because LaMelo is fun and everything.
I need to catch up on the Jazz. I didn't know that the Jazz would be like this. You know, I need to catch up a bit more on the Blazers because I heard some Shaedon Sharp disappointment on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
not started the season well.
Yeah, and hopefully, watch the Rockets a bit more. Definitely, I gotta keep in tabs on the Magic, the Hawks, all those teams. The Pistons had kind of a bad game against the Cavs. Maybe Kate Cunningham. Yeah, just the Pistons in general. Very interesting indeed. But yeah, this has been a great episode. First episode of the season. Finally have some real hoops to talk about. I'm very excited for this season. If the season is anything like the first week, then we got a crazy season ahead of us.
I apologize to the listeners for my sneezing. I think I'm catching a cold. I don't know if it's because of the weather's getting colder or just stress. But yeah.
Bundle up, everybody. It's cold out there.
Bundle up,
all right.
It's a cold world out there. Toronto Raptors. It's gonna be a long next couple weeks.
Ah, man. We're in Texas right now, though. So, it has to be hot over there. But yeah, man, great first podcast back with the NBA. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening, for watching, for engaging, whatever. And yeah, thank you and take care.
Take care. Bye. Peace.